third thing I'd like to do today is give you a little snapshot of the technology of ADP. And like I mentioned earlier, I'd like to do it from an employee perspective. I'd like to do it from a manager perspective, a practitioner perspective, and again as an executive perspective, and the different ways that you can utilize our technology to make informed business decisions based on your role within the organization. So first, this is our portal homepage, and I've got it in an employee view here. So I'll use a personal example for myself. Recently, I just had a baby, so we consider that a life change event. How easy it would be for me as an employee to go out and change my enrollment information would be go to my portal homepage, click up here on the benefits section. I want to change my elections. I can select which ones that might apply for my child. It was obviously just going to be medical for now. They don't really have any teeth yet. So it's easy just to select medical, go to selected, select which policy that I want to go, whether your company might have a PPO, it might have an HMO, different things. Let's say that I have my wife and myself already on there, so I'm going to add yourself and your family. It would calculate how much I would pay and how much the employer is going to pay. So you can see here it gives me a nice summary view of what my medical coverage looks like, how much I'm paying, and how much my company is going to be paying. It's really easy for me to sit down and budget with my wife what our benefits are going to look like for the coming year. And what's great about this is I can add my dependents really fast, put in their social, any other things that your system might require for you as an employer. And then the best news is this is going to go straight to HR. They're going to get a notification. They're going to be asked to approve or deny it. Once it's approved, it's going to be effective date driven at the correct time. It's going to automatically fall into payroll so the deductions are updated as well. That's really easy for the employee, really easy for the practitioner. From a manager perspective, let's think real world. Day to day, you've got 10 people that work for you. They're asking for time off pretty consistently. What did that process look like right now? Well, typically it's, hey boss, can I have some time off? Or maybe here's a manual sheet that I'm giving you. So I want to show you how easily it would be from a manager's perspective to go in, look at their home page under time and attendance. You can see they have a nice inbox here. They can scroll down to their time off requests. It sees that Lawrence Berry has actually requested some time off. So you can click on it here. You can review his time off request. And right here on one consolidated screen, you can see when he's requesting off, being Monday, April 15th. He wants to ask off for 8 hours. He's coded as vacation. You can look up here and see that his balance is 72.5 hours remaining. Also right here, you could click to find out your other employees' non-work schedules, so you can see if anybody else has requested some time off for the same time. Really quickly and easily, you could hit the approve button, maybe type something real quick. It says, have a fantastic vacation, if I can type. I can't type today, and simply hit approve request. Now you can see how little time it took for a manager to take time away from what they should be doing in terms of productivity to simply view and approve a time off request for one of their employees. Now let's think of it in terms of a practitioner. This is very real world day to day. You're constantly posting jobs out there, recruiting top talent, you're figuring out the best way to manage through the applications, not only after that, but to manage through the entire process for your applicants. So I'd like to show you how quickly and easily through our application management system. First of all, this starts actually with the employees or the potential employees being able to apply for jobs, put any kind of criteria that you would have out there required, like name, address, social, any EEO stuff, voluntary of course, that you might want them to do. But really easily you could manage through the postings and the different steps of the process. You can see here we have a new application, or we have a phone screen, or follow-up, or interview meets expectations. There's really a lot of different things that you can do through here to help yourself as a practitioner, or more importantly, all the managers you might have involved to manage through the process. And very easily, once you decide to hire somebody, the best news about our solution is that you're going to be able to go to hire employee. Maybe you're going to put them in HR, payroll, and time system. You're going to be able to select the employees down here. This is an offline demo, so bear with me. Start a new hire. And you can see how a lot of this basic data pulled over from the application that your employee had already filled out. And all you have to do now is put in a hire date, real simple. You could go over here to payroll. You could put in what the rate of pay is going to be, if they're going to be eligible for any kind of bonuses. And you could actually assign out tasks too if you wanted people to code them to a department. Maybe you already had that happen by the way the job was posted. But really quickly, you could simply put in the hire date, compensation dollars, and all of the data the applicant filled out in the application flows straight through to become an active employee. So between this integration, carrier feeds, HR's data entry, time is cut by up to 80%. Pretty powerful for an organization. And then lastly, let's think of it in terms of an executive. Why would an executive want to review this? Really, the reporting capability is out of this world when it comes to understanding things as an executive. Something that most companies I meet with really want to understand more about is their turnover rate, because turnover costs them a lot of money in terms of hard dollars, but also more importantly in terms of loss of productivity. So right here you can see how easily they could go in and access a turnover report, and they can understand the reasons why they're having turnover, where they're having turnover. Is it with high performers, low performers, high tenured people, low tenured people? This offline demo doesn't really allow for me to show you the actual report, so I'll show you how easy it would be to create the turnover report and really look at what criteria you can capture here. Whether it's status type, division, location, class, department, pay group, pay cycle, union, benefits, hire date, time off policy, manager, all these different things. Maybe you conclude that somebody's been turning over in the same management group, so maybe you have a problem with the manager instead of the people. But anyways, you can see here with all these different categories how you can take a turnover problem, understand the problem, where it's taking place, and make an informed business decision as a CEO to get your company to the next level.